Howdy y'all, today we're going to be installing a 12 megapixel hardwire home security system. And even though there's Wi-Fi systems out there and solar systems, we're going to go hardwire just because it's a little bit more reliable. And on this system we're also going to add two displays, so we're going to have to use HDMI cables, USB extender, wireless mouse, and HDMI splitters. Because it's going to be a hardwire system, we are going to have to go up in the attic, and some of the wires are going to be a little bit easier, some not so easy. And if you're in the home theater, you might like this one too. We're going to do some wall drops, hang some TVs, and run some power. And you're going to want to find one of the most central located areas in the house to run all the wires to. And here we found a doorbell, and the doorbell's located in the closet. We might have to add power here in the future. The next step is going to be going into the attic, finding where this doorbell is located, and drill through the top plate where we're going to run all the wires. You can see a couple nails right here. We're just going to go a little bit to the side. That means there's a stud there, and use a 2-inch hole saw. And this is where we're going to do all the ups and downs through the attic. Got the NVR hooked up right now. We have a USB extender, 75 foot. It's powered. We have an HDMI cable and internet cable. I'll show you where those go in a second. Everything's powered up. We got a 4-to-1 or 1-to-4 HDMI splitter. 75 foot cable comes down to the back of this TV. Alright, cables come down under the door. Remember, these are all temporary. Eventually they're going to be up in the attic. First one goes to mesh system, just plugged right into the back. Second one goes to USB extender with wireless mouse. The third cable goes to HDMI 2 on this TV. And this is how we're planning on getting the wires in the attic. We got glow rods. These 4 are 6 foot and these 3 are 4 foot. Alright, so we got a 3/4 by 18-inch bit. And we're going to start with the foreshures, and what foreshure means is the ceiling in the inside is 8 foot, the back porch is a little bit lower than 8 foot, so that means anywhere around here we can get these wires. And because the cameras see about 90 degrees, we're probably just going to go right in the corner, a little bit out from the corner. Now I'm going to check if this fitting that came with the wires actually fits in that 3/4 hole. It does fit. Screw in 2 of the 6 foot glow rods together. And I highly recommend, before pushing any wires or installing any cameras, to make sure you bench test everything. The wires that come with the system are only 60 foot long, so if you need a longer wire, try to use Cat 6 if you can. Strip it back. So you're going to line everything up, and this Ideal FT45 has been pretty good at crimping and cutting the ends off these. And then you want to make sure you hook up an Ethernet cable tester. If you already have a camera system installed that has the BNC connectors, just simply cut them off and tape them on to the new Ethernet cables. And every once in a while you'll see one of these ball-in systems that uses Cat 5 or Cat 6, and just cut the ends off and add the new pass-through connectors. We're going to be putting masking tape over the connection end and electrical tape onto the glow rod and put them in the attic. You just want to make sure it's all the way up there. And you can see all the line, it's just kind of stretched out. Trying to go for no tangles. Backyard wire number 2. I know my mom likes to watch her fish, so we're probably we're gonna try to get somewhere around here. And in here it's gonna be a vaulted ceiling. Before we make a 3/4 hole, we're just gonna make a 1/4 inch hole first and try to see if I can get that rod up there. Feeling insulation. I just gotta get past that corner cross. It looks like I'm trapped. Get up there. Come on, past the insulation. Yep. And we're in there. Alright, since we made it up there, 3/4 inch bit time. It's probably good to tie about a 3-loop knot so it gets stuck while you're pulling it. Oh yeah, right there. There she is, wire number 2. We pulled the wires until they hit that triple knot. I'm just gonna let them down in the hole. All right, and this whole side of the house is 8-foot ceilings, so I'm pretty sure I can get this. I'm gonna do 3/4. Just pull the white cord through the middle.
Where's the seat? Our last time. Nah.
And that camera down there pretty much gets this whole side of the house. So I'm gonna try to aim somewhere around here for the next camera to get the driveway. So we'll have a camera right there getting the driveway, and then we got a blind spot. So I'm gonna try to put our next camera up in this lower eave. And on this side of the house, we have a camera right there that gets this whole side. So I can go, I don't wanna go anywhere behind this gutter. And this is the vaulted ceiling with probably a trapped corner. So I'm thinking somewhere around here should work out pretty good. And the last camera is pretty much going to be used like an alert camera, like a ring camera. So I'd like to get it down this wall. I'm going to see if it's possible. There is an outlet down there to kind of show me how to get around this area. It's a really good day to do this. It's probably only going to be 60 degrees. Let's see, there's the corner. Everything in that corner looks accessible. I can see daylight coming through. This is spot number 2 where I was going to run a camera wire. You can actually see the bricks. I'm thinking about going about right here. All right, got some 14.2 Romex. See if I can snake it past that first point. Back in the attic, and I see the wire, and I got it. We're just gonna put our Ethernet cord right up to the 14.2, and this 14.2 is long enough to run power later, so it's not a wasted piece of wire. And I think when mounting this one, it might need a spacer due to the gutter. I have to find out. Ooh, I'm not gonna push my luck. I'm gonna go out here and further back because I got the gutter in the way again. Try to hit the roof to feel it, and I just gotta hope we're not trapped in the corner. We might be the connection. So we're at least 6-something feet up in there. And if you're going into the attic with your phone, make sure you have zippers on your pockets. And I learned that one the hard way. All right, we're over the front door, all the way to the corner of the house. And I don't see the pole. I got a feeling I need to come up in this bay, and I'm probably right into that corner bay. We got it. I wonder why they call these things glow rods. They barely even glow. On the way out, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one. Don't want to go under the existing wire. And there's our 14.2 connection. And that's the ledge where I couldn't get enough angle with the glow rod, so I had to use the wire a little bit curved. Another update, I ended up moving the mesh system into here and just hardwired the DVR right here. So this is probably going to stay in this room. It's getting a pretty good signal. And this is the corner rod. I've got about 2 foot sticking out. There's no way I can drill this. So I'm just going to use a drywall knife, make the hole bigger. Please do not get stuck. And we lost it. So what I'm thinking is the reason it got stuck is because the glow rod couldn't make the bend. I think there's enough room for wire, so I pushed the rod with the wire at the end of it this time. Hopefully I can grab the wire. I'm about to go try. I got a wire. So, wire has to come out, but rod's not gonna make it, so just untape it. And I found it. This is that GFCI going to the front door. And I can get a rod in there, it's just a little bit tight. Maybe a Cat 5 could fit without a plug and then add the plugs later. I got a feeling this is gonna be a little bit too risky. I'm just gonna drill a hole in the corner where I know I can get to the wire. And that's where it came out by the front door. Probably just gonna run the wire down a little bit and mount it to the wall. I think it was safer than just dropping down this wall and guessing somewhere around here. But we do got 7 on right now. All right, got all 8 cameras hooked up. Now I'm gonna go mount them. To mount them, make sure you get the app. That way you can aim the cameras while you're mounting them. You won't have to run inside and out or use 2 people. If you have a vented soffit, try to get the screw holes where it's not going through a hole. I would remove this protective cover. It kind of gets in the way of putting everything in a hole. It's kind of made to remove. And let's start with the big one. You hear that sound? They're actually taking out tile. I know that sound. And this thing comes pre-assembled. Some of the kits you get doesn't have all this on the line already and you have to install it all. Maybe I should have loosened this first. Yeah. Twist it. Put this one up in the hole first. Probably this one next. This one last. Right here, let's put it in that position. I think that's for surface mount, this piece. Try to find some holes, twist to the right. And it is possible to lower these. Just cut out a square piece of wood, screw it into the soffit, and then screw the camera into the wood. Make sure you drill a hole through the middle. And now we're just gonna do this 7 more times. All right, got the 8 cams mounted up. Now it's time to work on power and HDMI cables. Behind the big TV we've been watching the cameras on, we're gonna have an outlet and some HDMIs, and this is a perfect place to wall drop. The ceiling's about 9.5 foot on this side, 8 foot on the other side. So I'm gonna grab power from right here. And this is so the DVR and all the TVs connected to the security system are on the same outlets. So we're back in the attic and we found where these 2 light switches to the living room go, and I just measured 3 drill bit lengths, which gets me to about right here. But you can see the old owners kind of had the same idea as me. They got all this stereo cable running down there, even an extension cord, but we're gonna be using Romex. And they ran it to the top center of the fireplace. And I tried to pull out some of the old cables, and I think this extension cord might be hardwired into the back of a light switch. I'm gonna have to go check that one out when I get back down there. Let's go ahead and make our hole. Oh, silverfish. That's where they come from. Always put extra. So from behind the TV, we had to remove this USB outlet. We're gonna go to a 20 amp back wire. That way we have enough slots for all the wires. On this one I did have another box ready to go, but there's outlets all around here. I'm just going to run an HDMI down there. Just put a little fuzzy cover on it. Thanks for watching this one, and I wish you the best on your own endeavors, and I'll catch you next time.